welcome back to What the Hell Is This? Which looks at The Swarm. Now, I've covered many a bad film in this series, but The Swarm is definitely down there in there, like in the pits of hell. You know, for like just what happened. Now, this is a film that even Michael Caine has pretty much said, he's a star, and he's pretty much said, that's the worst film I've been in. And he's been in real bad films. And when you see the film, it's like, yep, I believe you. I don't think you've been in anything worse than this. This is hard to describe how bad this film is. It's wrong in almost every way, and it's got a mega budget because it was directed by Evan Allen, who'd coming off Poseidon Adventure and Tower Inferno as a producer. So now this is his chance to direct a film because he'd been in TV directing and producing. Now is a chance. These other directors direct these big hits for him, and so I can do this, and he really could not, because he can't direct actors. He has no visual style. Everything looks like a TV show, a cheap TV show, and he just has no idea how to put a film together. And that would be a problem if he didn't have a terrible script as well. But he does, so that's even a bigger problem. Because when you watch this, you think, okay, the directors in these other films probably did come in and work with the writers and say, we need to sort this, sort that, get this, make sure this works. Because the directors of these other films all had talent. These were talented people who were making these films, who made sure the film stayed on track. Evan Allen did not have that kind of talent. He just liked blowing stuff up. So you go through all these scenes of special effects and strange acting choices that no one seems to be able to say, why are you doing that? Like, for most of the film, most of the performances are like, why are you doing it that way? Like the actor just left to do what they want to do. Is like, whatever you want to do, that's fine. I mean, Bradford Dillon, who is one of the supporting actors in this film, who was the lead in Piranha a few years later. Apparently, he hated this film, which is bizarre because he's the only good performance in it. And he's given some of the worst things to do. He's told to... His character makes no sense in lots of ways. He starts out being the sane one, then has to be the paranoid one, and then has to go back to being the sane one. It's like, this feels like two characters put into one. Even Henry Fonda's bad in this film. That's how terrible this film is. So basically, it's about a swarm of killer bees that came from Africa, and they don't have an antidote for them. Or was it come from South America? Or via Africa, from Africa via South America coming up. There's no antidote. They're killer bees. They are serious danger to the human population, and the whole world could be attacked by bees in the future. I mean, we might never escape. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, basically, yeah, bees are annoying, but you don't ever think of them as creatures who are going to murder us all. It's just not really in the cards, and they never find a way to make that scary, like, at all. So it starts off with this secret military base, research base, looking into various things that attract, for whatever they're doing in the base, attracted the bees, these killer bees who came in and killed everybody, apart from a few people who managed to hide out. Michael Caine plays the world's best bee expert. Yep. And he's this weird controlling guy who's very strange. It's a very strange performance that suggests that Caine had no real idea how to play this part, so he just put in a posh accent and talked in a monotone voice and just hoped to hell that would work, at least to get him through the film. It got him through the film, but it's a performance that's like, that's odd. That's just... It's lifeless in ways that you never thought an actor could make something. It's just like vacant. It just, there's nothing there. he's there in body but not in spirit. he's just saying his lines. He has no clue how to make this performance work. I don't think the part ever worked in the first place. I don't think there was anyone who could make this part work. The part made no sense. It's like he's a B expert who's put in charge of the military operation. He's with Richard Widmark, who is trying his best. Widmark's always good, but in this one you can see he's giving up pretty quickly. He's like, oh, fuck this film. I'm not doing anything for this one. I'll be vaguely professional and that's it. I'm not putting any effort into this. And then, Richard Chamberlain turns up from Tower Inferno, and he must have been shot in about a week, because he's in for a couple of scenes, then disappears, then he goes to someplace and gets killed by the killer bees. It's obviously he filmed this while doing other stuff, and it was like, okay, I'll do you a favour, I'll come and do this film, or he's under contract, I don't know. But the passion is not there. But he's one of the more entertaining actors, because he can come in and he just realised when he was in, he's like, this film was a disaster, I'm just going to have some fun. Henry Fonda shows up, and he gets to do he's the lead researcher who's in a wheelchair, and he gets to be the crusty old guy, blah, blah, blah. He's going to die almost as soon as he shows up. It's like, you're the sacrifice. and of course, as an actor, he knows that too, and he knows what part he's playing. And he's trying, but he has the most ridiculous dialogue with bees, and he's just like, and you can see how Michael Caine's performing, and he's probably thinking, oh, well, I can't do the same as you. You've already doing the I do not care, I'm picking up a check performance. You've already established that, I need to do something else. I'll just, try and do a bit of what I'm running, and try and, be a bit folksy and hope for the best. But you can tell he wants to leave. Like, he's given nothing. Even his death scene is stupid. It's just like his non-stop stupidity for his character is like, and there's a hilarious thing where whenever somebody's stung by a bee, they keep on seeing this bee float in front of their eyes, as if it's still coming to get them, as if it get them even after they've escaped from it, and it just looks so cheesy. And it's like, oh god. There's this other thing where the bee sting, even if you survive it, eventually it's going to kill you, and maybe 1 out of 100 will survive. And it's like, how does that work, really? That's just stupid. I mean, Catherine Ross shows up as one of the other scientists who's also working as a doctor in the town. And she's mostly with Kane, and she's just looked at his performance. Okay, I'm doing the same. I'll just monotone it. And it's amazing. The director didn't realise he's a bunch of good actors who are just like, nope. Not having any of this. I am just going to get through this film. I don't think he cared. He was as long as he could blow stuff up, he was happy. Slim Pickens shows up for a scene, and he's good in that one scene where he finds that his son's died, and he breaks down and is like, wow, no one told him he was a piece of crap film. No one told him, hey, you're above this. You don't need to go this far in this scene. Just do. So, yeah, it's one of those things. And there's all these scenes of these bees that just look fake. They're just floating in this technique where they just have lots of stuff in water as if there's a bee and they're just moving around. And the thing is, but a year later, Exorcist 2 had lots of locust stuff, which looked a lot better, because John Boorman was in charge of that. And even if we don't like the film, the locusts, you have to admit, the locusts were done a lot better here than Swarm, because they were done like professionally. Because that's it. It's just it just feels like it's just a bunch of like dots moving around the screen. There's no threat. There's amazing a bunch of stupidity. I mean, there's a whole sequence where a town's attacked by the killer bees, and there's lots of mayhem, but it's like, okay, mayhem's happened. Okay. Just there's no passion because there's no real threat. It's just like, oh, this is kind of funny. I mean, there's a point where some children are attacked and die in front of the school, which is meant to play as tragedy because Olivia de Havilland is the school teacher who's watching it all going, oh. But it's just funny. It's just like, well, you managed to make mass death of children funny. Well done. There's a scene in the train where a lot of the characters from the town are getting out of in the train. So you've Olivia de Havilland, Ben Johnson, and Fred Murray playing these kind of stock characters, and the train crashes because the driver leaves the window open and they bees it in that way, and it's like, wouldn't it just be a rule? Do not open your windows while you're in this area. Just keep it shut. I don't care how warm it is. Strange. So, and when that train crashes and it destroys the entire town, it's funny as hell. And Alvin Allen doesn't care because he got a train crash. And that's what you just realise with the film. None of these deaths count at all. The director doesn't care. You might as well take it as a funny joke. And it would be funny if the film was shorter. The film is so bloody long. There's so many explanation scenes that go on and on. Even when you get to the good stuff, which is when they get to the big city and they're burning the bees, and the bees are attacking the men, burning them, and the skies are full of flames, and they're trying to blow them all up with some weapons of mass destruction. It just doesn't work like at all. It's funny in a kind of like they spent a fortune on something this stupid. It's really hilarious, but it does not work as drama. It just like there's a whole section of in the tower trying to escape the tower, going to helicopter because they found a way to lure the bees through sound to a location so they can kill them by setting them on fire. But they have to reach there, and you've got all these guys with flamethrowers against the bees, and they're all going to attack the bees, and they're all flamethrowers exploding. You've got the city on fire, and it's meant to be like hell on earth, but it's just really funny. Very impressed with some of the effects, some of the stunts, but it's still really funny. The ending is just stupid. The ending is just like, oh, they get a mating habit signal, gets the bees out in the ocean, and they blow stuff up and burn all the bees. And then Michael Caine has the, well, I hope that works until next time thing, and it's like, oh my god, that's so absurd. It's like, it's bees. The whole film is really stupid. It's like, there was a lot of killer bee stuff in the 70s, and basically the only way to make this work is to have like a community that's cut off. There's no experts, and you have to escape the bees. That can make it work. In a low budget 90-minute film, you could probably make that work. But a city being attacked by bees, because they're trying to do the birds, but the birds were scary because birds are creepy, and if a bird attacks you, you know you can get hurt. A bee attacks you, you get a sting. If a bunch of them attack you, which, unless you're trying to steal their honey, I don't see happening. It's just very different. It's just weird. It's just, there's no real threat there. And just the whole film is just like made by someone who doesn't know what he's doing, who we're going to do the Beyond Poseidon adventure after this, which is just as bad, but maybe not as funny bad as the Swarm is, but also not as long as the Swarm. It's like a toss up between which one's the worst. But the Swarm, just for how long and boring it is, I think probably is the worst one, because it really is terrible. It really, there's so many scenes you're thinking, why am I watching this? Why am I watching this? What's going on? Why is this character here? Oh, they're here to die. There's so many characters who soak up so much screen time, then get killed off halfway through the film, and they're just there to die, that it's just like insane. And you've got this stuff about the army. The army's full of idiots the whole way through. Richard Widmark's character's a moron the whole way through. I'm sure Richard Widmark was probably thinking, why is my character so stupid? Like, what's the matter with him? And Kane's not much better. His character is just arrogant and doesn't seem to care if anyone dies that much. He's just like, no, okay, that happens. Every so often he shows a bit of passion here or there, but that's just done even in robotic fashion. It's just like, Kane can't be bothered. I'm sure that's a very depressing film to make. Like, I bring this up, it's just like it just looks like this a bunch of actors in this film were there forever, and they were like, someone just shoot me, just put me in my misery, please. Yeah, this is truly awful. This is next level awful. I'm surprised the director even got another film after this one, because this one was so bad, it bombed so badly. It was like, this is a career-ending type of film, and he got another film to be a career-ending film, and then he got to produce another film after that was also a career-ending film. We did 3 career-ending films in a row, and all the actors in those films hated it. So yeah, avoid the Swarm unless you want to laugh, because it is, for Michael Caine's performance and some of the B stuff they do, it's hilarious, but it's also painfully long. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back soon with another one. That's me for now. Right, bye.